Welcome back to Frontier Bobs, an actual play RPG played in the acid western role-playing game Frontier Scum by Carl Druid.
Hi, I'm Shubert. I'll be playing Billy Bigtoes Tamburino, wanted dead or alive for wanton loitering.
Hi, I'm Cristina, and I'm playing Mariposa Dela Cruz Rosales, also known as Smiley, and I got attempted grave robber to my name.
My name's Trevor, and I'll be playing Emery Dusty Roads Elseworth, wanted for unoriginal arson.
Yippee! I'm Dan, and I'm playing Archie Elseworth. I'm wanted dead for attempted picketing.
I'm Shaun, your game marshal. And if you like what you hear, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and check out our Patreon at www.patreon.com/thehouseofbob. Last time on Frontier Bobs, the outlaws laid their good friend Killdread Sprains to a sandy rest. Kind words were spoken over his resting place before the group headed back into the canyons between the arch. They find that they have to leave their wagon and the steam-powered man-in-a-box behind as the canyon grows narrower and narrower. Eventually, they come upon an abandoned encampment at the mouth of a cave. They descend in an elevator into a mine shaft and realize that they've found what they've been searching for, the secret railroad. They proceed along the tunnel until they feel a rush of air and see a light ahead of them. It only takes a moment to realize that a train is barreling towards them. Everyone rushes for cover. Archie squeezes himself up against a wall. Mariposa and Beatrice run for a nearby alcove, and Billy Bigtoes lies down on the tracks. As the train whistles past, narrowly missing the other party members, Billy's shirt catches on something on the bottom of the train, and he is violently dragged along the tracks. He's got a sore butt now. He pulls and climbs himself upward, finding himself in the space between two train cars. The door beside him swings open, and he sees two men locked in a brutal fistfight. One man is a scrawny NPC, and the other is a handsome and burly man in a derby hat, played by Trevor. Suddenly, the far door of the car bursts open, and an angry-looking, well-armed men begin to pour in. I need to know what everybody's doing, because
Is it so the train is still passing us?
the train has now, at this point, has definitely passed you guys.
Okay.
You're in the dark. Your torches have been blown out, knocked to the ground.
Mhm.
There's a number of you in here. You don't know where each other are within the tunnel. Billy Bigtoes is on this train car with Trevor's character,
Emery Elseworth.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're doing a character voice? Hell yeah.
So Billy is gonna get himself up onto the train proper, since he's kind of hanging underneath it, and he's gonna do this by grabbing onto this other scrawny guy.
Okay, so you pull
There can
yourself
only
up.
be one scrawny guy.
Right. You're like wrenching on his arm, and you pull yourself up beside him, and he's struggling against you. Emery, what do you do?
Surprised by suddenly a man appearing out of underneath a train car in a tunnel. I feel like I would probably flinch and push back this scrawny magician that has cards falling out of his shirt.
Okay.
Jackets.
So you push back at the pair of them.
Yes.
Yeah, you see these guards pouring in from the side. Now, Emery, you know some things about this train. You know that you suspect you are close to the caboose, within a train car or three.
Right.
You just escaped from the train car ahead of this one, where the guards are pouring from,
Right.
where you had been locked in a prison car along with at least 40 other prisoners.
It's a shame.
You're the one man who's made his way out so far. You see these guards pouring out towards you. The struggle is between you and the three of you, really. And it looks like at this moment, the guards are training their pistols at you, but are not prepared to fire for some reason. Perhaps this guy that you're with is, they don't want to catch him in the crossfire or something like that. Maybe they're just shocked that Billy's here because they don't know who he is either.
Yeah, that's probably part of it.
Archie, what are you doing?
Seeing this void of where Billy used to be and kind of looking over the tracks and seeing that there's no
No light even.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm not seeing a whole lot, but noticing that I don't hear Billy or see any shadow of Billy or anything like that, I'm just going to start hoofing it down the tracks towards the train, basically.
Following after the train. All right.
Exactly. I'm hoping there's a stop maybe somewhere in here, but we'll find out.
Okay. Roll a luck.
18.
Okay. Mariposa, what are you doing?
I'm gonna relight our torches at least
Okay.
first.
So you're there in the alcove with Beatrice, and do you have like a lighter or matches, or what do you got?
Yeah, I got something. Let's see.
I don't know. I think Billy had most of our stuff.
That's true, actually. No. I guess I just have cigarettes. So if I can relight a torch with my cigarette.
Oh, I'm good. I have 9 matches on my character sheet.
Oh my God, that'd be great.
All right. I want you to roll luck.
Okay. Oof, 11.
Okay. Suddenly, a pair of hands slam into your body from the darkness, just with a big, heavy, two-fisted punch. You're going to take 1 point of damage,
Oh.
and you hear a muffled voice exerting itself from within maybe a sack, perhaps a gag,
What? You heard a voice coming from a sack?
some sort of muffled voice from maybe someone who's gagged or has a sack over their head.
Somebody got, yeah.
Oh, maybe Beatrice beside you has been sacked.
Did I get knocked out or I just got punched pretty hard?
You took 1 point of damage. Are you still doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. All right.
Well, I have 3 hit points, so alive.
Wow.
All right, Billy. Billy, what do you do?
All right, so Billy, having made his way onto the train, is going to see all these guards pouring out and realize that they're very outnumbered here. And I guess the only other way is through this other guy. So, I'll just try to run.
Okay. The door is open behind you, and you can see the next door of the next train car right there.
So using my rail thinness, I'm going to try to slip past this. Did you describe your character as like muscly?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm
He
gonna,
appears that way.
Definitely he appears that way.
Yeah, I like that definition.
Interesting.
He's been stuffing. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to try to slip past this seemingly muscular man.
Okay. You do so with no problem.
Okay. Well, then I keep
running into the next car.
Yeah.
We'll say you get there. In this car, you see huge piles of luggage making a windy sort of path through to the back of the car. All these boxes and stuff like that everywhere.
Interesting.
Right away, you see things, boxes, crates. You see barrels that look like they're filled with tools. You see long crates that you with your history of being a merchant, you would know that these are potentially containing weapons or ammo, and as well as just suitcases.
All right, I'm going to try to run my way over to the other side of the train, but while I'm running over there, I guess not running, just moving quickly, I want to be looking out for any jewelry boxes, money chests, anything that looks like I could grab it and would be worth a lot of money.
Okay, roll a wits for that, and if you have any relevant skills, you get advantage.
Oh, I just rolled a nat 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Do you want a skill or do you want an ace?
Because Dan will immediately take my aces, and I still have slots for a skill, I'm going to take that.
Let me out.
Okay.
Smart move.
This one was for...
finding valuables.
Okay, we'll come up with that one soon.
Yep.
All right.
I'll get you to roll a d66.
14.
You find a velvet case that is about 6 inches wide, 6 inches deep. It's currently within a wire cage. You can see that there's a flimsy little lock keeping the doors of the wire cage closed, but this particular box, amongst all the other sort of stuff that's in here, it's got this nice blue-black velvet covering all over it.
Nice. All right, so yeah, that definitely grabs Billy's attention, so he nabs that and makes his way.
That'll be your turn. You'll have to find a way to open it if you want.
Yeah, I don't want to open it now. Just grabs it and keeps going.
I mean, you have to get into the case that's holding it, it's inside of a locker, essentially.
I see what you're saying.
It's not just sitting open.
Okay.
So it doesn't stuff doesn't slide all over the place in the back of the train.
I gotcha.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
partition.
Yeah. Just like a mesh cage, essentially, for holding boxes.
I'll try to get that on my next turn then.
Sure. Emery, what are you doing?
When the door opens, as the man that walked up between the train cars suddenly opened up and disappeared into, I saw that it's like full of luggage and a bit of a maze, and I was sort of like, oh, yes, I'm going to go hide in there.
Okay. So you dive through as well.
Yeah.
Is your goal to hide or to just barrel your way through or find something?
I think it's to like get to the other side of the luggage faster, and then in a way that, because the guards aren't going to come barreling after a weavy place, they're going to go slow because they don't want to get, well, I suspect they wouldn't want to accidentally get caught with somebody hiding around a corner, so they'll take the corners a little slower than me.
Sure.
So my idea would be to like try and get ahead of them to get through the train. Probably try and run past whoever just opened this door.
Okay, roll a slick.
I turn to the nerd and I go,
I'll deal with you later.
I rolled a 1.
All
right.
We got a new ace killer.
You, in fact, don't deal with him later.
Good thing that Shubert did not take an ace. So Emery turns to run into the luggage cart. You make it a couple of rows into the boxes, but you're just barreling too fast, hoping that you can like push stuff out of your way as you're going, and you end up knocking a heavy tower of boxes over, trapping yourself from going further forward until you can either move boxes out of the way or climb over top of it.
Oh, shucks.
Archie, what are you doing? You hear sounds of a struggle ahead of you in the tunnel.
Oh, dang. All right. I'm going to try to run up stealthily, I suppose. I'll use my skill, Eye of the Owl.
Okay.
So seeing in the dark is kind of my thing.
Nice. Okay. So we'll say that you can make out the forms in like the half light that's left over from the train, essentially,
Gotcha.
as it's receding. So you can see these forms struggling in the side alcove that looks like they ducked into to avoid the train. There's a number of people there. It's tough to make out. Maybe 3, maybe 4.
Okay.
And you want to sneak up on them. So I want you to give me a slick.
13.
13. Okay. So you managed to get up safely without tripping, without falling over anything. You navigate your way safely up to them, and they do not know you're there. It is now Mariposa's turn.
I guess I don't have Eye of the Owl, unfortunately.
But you are currently locked in hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, you don't need to see. You just need to swing.
I'm gonna start wailing.
So this is a grit.
Mm-hmm.
Hit him with your torch.
I need your matches.
It's also just like a blunt object to hit him with.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Like a club.
Yeah, use it like a club, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll
yeah.
see if I even hit him.
Yeah, so if you hit him, that would do more damage than a fist.
Ooh, 18.
All right,
Hell
you do go ahead and roll damage. Let's call that a light melee weapon. D4 exploding.
Get that 4.
Oh, I did.
Hey!
So I get to roll it again?
Mm-hmm.
You do, but because this is an improvised weapon, it now breaks.
I got 4 again.
Oh my god. Okay.
So it does explode.
Yeah.
Because I hit him so hard.
Why'd you
Keep
make
going.
a torch out of dynamite?
Whoa.
Debris everywhere, but we can't see it. We just feel it.
So it explodes again, you mean? You got 2 4s?
Yeah.
Keep
Oh,
going.
wait, to do
it
it again.
explodes
Keep
a
going.
third time. Yeah, it keeps going.
Oh, shit. That one's a 1.
Okay, so 9 points of damage.
Wow.
Let me double check here because you might have just executed this guy. Yeah. Okay. You swing out wildly with this torch.
Don't you touch me.
You hear a crack and the torch like splinters into like dozens of pieces, and whoever was attacking you slumps to the ground with a
I hope it wasn't Beatrice.
well, let's see what happens. Beatrice grunts out in pain. She gets winded by an impact.
Right.
So there's still someone here. It is Billy and Emery. You hear more than see the crowd of guards rushing towards your train car. There's some luggage collapsed in the way, so they're not getting to you immediately. You have time for another action before you're in the thick of it.
Yeah. I'm like pretty happy about this other guy causing a distraction. All right. Billy is going to... What do I have on me that could break a lock? I guess just the butt of a revolver.
Sure.
Just use that to bust open this flimsy lock.
Yeah, and it flies off.
Awesome. And I grab the box, the nice-looking velvet jewelry box, and head on out of here.
Okay, great. You begin to run towards the back of the car
Away
again.
from the guards. Yes.
Okay. Emery, what are you doing?
Frustrated by having knocked over all this stuff in front of me, I fortunately have all of my possessions that I managed to gather since I broke out of jail. So I pull out my repeater rifle and I just fire a shot.
Yeah, it's weird that they gave that to you.
Yeah, well, they kept it in like my confiscated stuff. My little
Right,
bag.
in a little chest that was right next to your cell.
Right beside the first guard station.
You grabbed it on the way. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
All right. Are you aiming to kill someone? Or are you aiming to like suppression fire kind of thing?
Suppression fire. I just want them to like slow down. Give me a chance to run away.
Yeah, bullets rocket off. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Roll a grit to intimidate them.
Modified 20.
Awesome. Okay, so your barrage of bullets causes them to duck back behind boxes and crates and back behind the door of the other car. They're slowed up. Buy yourself another round. It is Mariposa and Archie's turn.
Go ahead, Archie.
Sure. I'll make my move, run up to the three of them now.
Okay.
Hopefully I can distinguish who's who now. I could at least figure out who Mariposa was just on hearing her speak and seeing like a guy drop.
Yeah, and so now the other two dark forms are struggling, and it's a little too dark, a little too hectic for you to make it clearly unless you succeed on this wits check.
7.
It's too dark. You can't tell who is who. You definitely wouldn't want to fire a gun right now because you could easily hit Beatrice.
Oh, yes, I do. I'm going to fire it into the air and use the flash to distinguish who's who.
Okay, the muzzle flash. Awesome. Okay.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So you fire off a shot, and you see Beatrice is currently pressed up against the wall, and you get that little flash. Beatrice pressed up against the wall, and McCarty
I fucking knew it.
holding her up against the rock with his left hand, and he's about to make a big swing across her jaw with his right. It is Mariposa's turn.
I'm going to try to tackle that motherfucker.
All right, roll a grit.
I'm going to swing at him with my can of beans that's on my belt.
You're hitting with a can of
You're hitting
beans.
him with a can of beans.
I sure am. 15.
So that will be a hit for D4. Not exploding.
I should have, though.
Hell yeah.
Exploding bean.
Not exploding damage.
Yeah. That's fair.
It's an improvised weapon, so it will break if you roll max.
3.
You could lose a ration out
3.
of this.
Okay.
Okay, good.
I have a separate can of beans from my rations for some reason.
This is your hitting.
Yeah, this is my smacking beans.
Okay, you've done some damage to McCarty. It's now my NPC's turn, so let's see what happens with him and Beatrice. Oh no, that's a natural 1 for Beatrice.
Uh-oh.
So she's going to take some more damage. Uh-oh.
Oh no, she's dropping.
She collapses to the ground.
No, not the love of my life.
You hear a big crack as a fist hits a jaw, and Archie's able to see her dark form slump down to the ground. The guards on the train are going to return fire. Emery and Billy both need to roll a luck.
Emery got a 17 on luck.
Nice.
I got a 21.
A return hail of bullets flashes through the train car, striking crates and boxes, but none of you take damage.
Whoa.
It is Billy and Emery's turn.
I'm just imagining like bullets all around my body, but not
Yeah, like in Dumb and Dumber.
like an outline. Yeah. Wow. Good thing I'm so malnourished. All right. Well, I don't know who this guy is, but it's kind of like, when the bear is chasing you. I just need to be faster than this other guy I'm with. So I'm going to keep running.
All right.
To the next train car. Past the luggage.
Roll me a slick.
Oh, that's an 11.
Oh, okay. You get clipped by a box as you run by. You now have a black eye. And you take 1 point of damage.
Damn, that box fucked you up.
Wow.
You're trying to dodge bullets and stuff at the same time. So
The train's moving.
yeah,
It's all
exactly.
crazy.
Things are rattling around, and
All right.
bam, you just like smack the side of your head. You pull your way through into the next car. This car is one large room with alcove bunks on the sides. For the first about maybe 12 feet, there's 4 bunks like stacked. And then past those, like a work area with a kitchenette on one side and a little workstation on the other side. One guy's cooking at the kitchenette and another guy's like working on a gearbox at the table. And you can see an elevated viewing platform above. This must be the caboose where engineers would be able to like go up to the upper level to look through the side windows to see and watch the train to see if anything's going on weird with it as they're traveling.
Okay. What are they cooking?
Ooh.
Do they have a giant soup pot or
Almost certainly,
Yeah.
yes.
Ribs.
Okay.
Mm.
It looks like they're making chili, perhaps.
Ooh.
Oh.
We all get on the train for some chili.
just wanted to add some flavor to the scene?
He's a little malnourished.
Yeah, exactly. Billy runs by, grabs the ladle, takes a sip. Is it good, Shaun? Is the soup? Does it taste good?
He has to roll.
No.
No. Okay.
Oh, they just started. Yeah,
I let him know. I'm like,
There's no
guys,
seasoning.
need season.
No.
Maybe a little salt. All right, I gotta run.
This guy's got his engineer cap on and like a red handlebar mustache, and he's like, "It's not ready yet." Who are you?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's funny that's not his first thing that he says.
All right, you've made it to the caboose. It is Emery's turn.
Emery pulls out one of the 4 fine cigars in his pockets and lights it because I got a expensive taste. And I'm making my getaway, see?
Okay.
And I make my way through the end of the car to where the caboose is, but I want to stop between the caboose and the rest of the train. And sort of
Okay.
like that jangly spot.
Sure. Okay. Roll a grit to climb over all those crates that you knocked over by accident.
6.
Okay. As you're climbing over, your foot snaps through the lid of one of the crates, catching on some of the wood. You've got a twisted ankle. Take 1 point of damage.
Oh, I thought he was gonna have to run with like a box on his foot that he can't like shake off.
He does.
Oh, does he? Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're pretty unlucky, Emery.
No, I mean,
It's-
he was in jail for a reason.
Yes, and you make it to the center point between the 2 cars. Mariposa and Archie, what do you do?
We still can't really see, or at least I can't see, right?
Correct.
No, but you know who you hit.
But now you're wrestling with him. Like you're
Oh,
in
okay.
that melee because you did jump at him, so you get to roll a grit if you want to continue the fight.
Yeah, why don't you go first and see? I'll jump in if necessary.
Okay. I'm gonna fucking knee this pendejo in the balls.
Bust a nut.
Ooh, 18.
All right. Go ahead and roll your D4 minus 1. Or you still got the bean can still, right? So D4.
Plus, it should actually count as like kneeing a dude in the balls is a lot higher than a D4 in my opinion. But
well,
it was
then
a
let's
2.
call it a 2-handed, and you get to roll a D6.
Okay,
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
6. That's much better than 2.
Ooh. Your can of beans shatters on his dick. Beans are everywhere.
Yeah, you making
He
your own
took
chili.
6 points of damage. You hear moans of pain through the gag as he drops down to a knee. And yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. And Archie, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna go, not necessarily finish him off, but I'm gonna knock him out.
Yeah. Roll a grit.
Nope, I rolled a 2.
If we recall the rules for the wrestling from before, when you fail the grit, you take damage because it's an ongoing struggle. So you go to punch him across the jaw, and he kind of hears your steps coming, dodges a little bit, and is able to wham you back in the gut. You take 1 point of damage.
Okay, I have armor, so I'm not gonna take any.
Okay.
Oh.
Your thick jacket protects you
Yeah. Yeah, I've forgotten about armor until like today, so.
until today.
Yeah.
All right. It's Beatrice's turn. She is unconscious.
Oh no.
It is the NPC's turn. Cardi has already done his wrestling with you. We've got the gunman on the train. So I need a luck roll from Emery, as you are currently the only one in line of fire.
With a box on your foot.
I'll give it to you with advantage because the door narrows their potential hitbox.
I rolled a natural 20 on my first roll for luck.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
gosh.
Hell yeah.
You can even get an ace back.
Yes.
So you can kill it again.
Yeah, your choice. So you can get an ace, or you can add a skill to your sheet.
Oh. I can't think of what skill I'm using.
And it's usually pertaining to the situation you're in right now.
But keep in mind, Dan will almost definitely roll like a 1 on his next turn.
Also, I know. I grew up with him.
If I see an ace, I'm coming for it.
If you're going to use it really soon, then it's worth it.
Yeah.
I think I want to go for a skill.
So at this moment, what is happening is they are shooting at you, you're dodging bullets or using cover to avoid getting hit. So the skill should relate to something to do with what's happening. And we can just like put a pin in it and think about it over the session. You don't have to come up with it on the spot necessarily. We can mull it over.
The way I imagine Emery in this scenario right now is like he's got his foot in a box, a lit, fine cigar, and he's standing between two train cars. He's just sort of like calm, collected, but not collected. He's sort of like, I don't know.
It's like unfazed.
Yeah, unfazed.
Maybe you just thrive in chaos or something.
Thrive in chaos. Oh, actually, I think I like that.
That's cool.
My objective with my turn is to try and get the pin out of the car and step off of the train and onto the caboose as it slowly starts to slow down.
I totally saw that coming.
I like that a lot.
Very cool. All right, so thrive in chaos. Put it down on your sheet. We might have to make it more specific because that could apply to a lot of things. So let's think about it, but that's a good start. So yeah, it is the turn of the players, Billy or Emery, whoever wants to go first.
Well, I know what I want to do.
You're going to pull the pin.
Yes.
Roll a grit.
I have rope, and I want to throw like loop rope around the hook of the pin and then put it over my shoulder and like use my standing as leverage to help get the pin out easier and faster so I don't have
like
to...
a lever.
Yeah, lever my body. So it still might be hard. Yes.
I'll give you advantage for that.
Smart idea.
Using your noggin.
I got a 19.
You lash the rope around the pin really quickly and you begin to like use it as a lever or as an anchor for yourself so you can like deadlift this pin out of place and heave and with a ping, it pops out of its place and right away the caboose starts to decelerate. And you can see the train car ahead of you picking up speed, relative speed, and begins to disappear ahead of you into the dark tunnel. A few more bullets fire out after you. Roll another luck.
4.
That's going to be 4 points of damage.
Ugh.
Holy.
But you guys are now out of combat. There's just these two engineers on the train car with you. It is, let's go back to Mariposa and Archie and see what happens with McCarty. McCarty is still conscious. He still has hit points. He's fighting still. It is the players' turns.
Ah, hell. Fuck this guy. And I pull out my knife and I like try to thrust it in his gut.
All right, roll grit.
17.
All right, D4 exploding.
3.
You hear a squelch as you twist the knife in his gut, and he croaks with the gag in his mouth and slumps down to the ground. You've killed McCarty.
Rotten hell, you son of a bitch.
I'm going to try to run over to Beatrice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You run over to Beatrice. She's lying against the wall of the tunnel. What do you got in terms of medicine or any sort of other kits?
Give her a cigarette.
I do have cigarettes. I got water, clean water, and rations. Those are like the only things that I have that are helpful.
Somebody got a doctor's bag at one point. I can't remember who that
I
was.
think Billy kept that.
I don't remember who got that shit.
Well, if it's not on your sheet, you don't have it. So
it wasn't me.
So you light a cigarette and you put it down in between her lips. Roll a wits.
Oh no, that was her eye.
Oh, nat 20, but it is -1. But it's still a nat 20.
Oh, nice.
All right. Yeah, well, it's a nat 20, so it's a success. You get an ace or a skill.
I'll get a ace in this case.
Okay.
I'll be the last person with an ace.
The cool, refreshing, healing vapors of nicotine and tobacco.
I'm cradling her in my lap.
Fill Beatrice's lungs, and with like a soft. Her eyes like flutter open. I don't think I've had a cigarette quite that good in my whole life. Mariposa, is that you? It's so dark in here. Have I been blinded? Did the train hit me?
No, you're gonna be okay. It was just that dirty asshole of a prisoner we had. But don't worry. Don't worry. He's been dealt with.
He don't got no asshole no more.
His front is his back, and his back is his front, is all I can say.
I don't know what any of that means. But I sure do thank you for helping me out.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'll take care of you.
So you guys have time to gather your wits to light a torch. Mm-hmm. You see that as you look down the track, it looks like 3 of your henchmen have been killed by the train.
Oh, by the train.
Hell. Trains are super dangerous.
So does that mean we have like 3 people still?
You have 3 of them are hobbling out of the dark towards you.
Right.
All of them pale white as they're like, oh my God, that was my cousin's first best friend from kindergarten.
They went to kindergarten? That's impressive.
I flunked out, but
I got to go.
They gather up around you.
All right, help Beatrice up.
So there were 3 guys, right? That were
you had 6 henchmen total.
6 henchmen, but now there's 3 guys. But there were 3 prisoners or 2.
I think you lost one at some point, or you set him free.
I set him free. That's right.
Into the desert alone with no rations. Yeah.
Well, he's probably still doing a lot better than these 2 guys that I just killed.
Yeah, you shattered a torch over one's head. You can see that he's got like a big caved-in dent, and McCarty still has Archie's knife sticking out of his stomach as he bleeds out on the floor.
Do we still want to keep this guy alive?
Oh, he dead.
For our plan? Oh, he's dead.
I'm sorry, I murdered him.
Yeah, right.
He did.
My bad. I just, our plan sort of pivoted on us having him around.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how that goes.
I'm just saying, should we keep him? Make these 3 guys drag his ass body around?
Let's see what happens on the caboose while you guys think about it.
Okay.
So back on the caboose, we've got Emery and Billy and 2 train engineers who appear to be quite frightened and confused as to why you have unlocked their car from the rest of the train.
That's fair.
What's in this caboose?
There ain't no free meals here. What do you think you're doing?
Oh, howdy there, fellows. Billy Bigtoes Tamburino at your service here. I just came on this here train. Well, I didn't really mean to, you see. The train kind of picked me up. It's a bit of a funny story, but seems like train's slowing down now, so I suppose I'll just be getting off and wish you a good day, sirs.
But wait, if you just leave us here, the next train that comes along is just going to barrel right into this caboose.
Oh,
there's going to be a massive explosion, and everybody's going to die on the train. You can't just... This is madness. Don't you understand the trains have rules?
My apologies.
Did he give him the sheet? Did he point at a sheet on the wall?
The sheet?
The rules?
Yeah. He like points over at a big poster on the wall and says, don't unhook the cars while you're moving.
Don't leave cabooses on tracks.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't read the sign before anyway, I'm gonna get off. I suggest you fellows do as well, and have a good one. Bye.
That's a nice way of saying I don't care.
Yeah. As you clamber off the train car, one of the engineers turns to the other and is like, "He didn't even tell me his name."
Silly Bigtoes, as he's running away, throws 2 business cards into one for each of them.
One sticks like into the wall.
Yeah. like Gambit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm down to 67.
Okay. What is Emery doing?
Emery is also getting off.
This happens to be my stop also. I can smell from here. You should season that.
And I hop off of the train.
He's not the chef.
That's some weak ass chili, he said.
And I start following Billy. I pick up the business card so I know who he is. And I'm like,
You dropped one of these, Billy. Hey, wait up. My name's Emery.
Oh,
Dusty Roads Ellsworth. At your
Nice.
service.
oh, well, I'm Billy Bigtoes Tamarino at your service. And
Oh my gosh.
he sees that you already have a business card. And he's like, yeah, well, would you like any extras, for your
Well,
friends?
I was going to give it back. You dropped it over there.
Oh, no, you can keep that.
Oh, thanks. I'm going to put it by my fine cigars.
Oh, I see that you have an eye for the finer things in life.
Oh, I am. Yes, a man of many talents. And where are we? Are we in a tunnel still?
I don't quite know, but what did you say your name was again?
Emery, Dusty Roads Ellsworth.
You say the whole thing every time.
Ellsworth. That sounds kind of familiar, but anyway, I'm gonna try to find some friends of mine. You can tag along if you want.
Excellent.
Don't suppose you have an extra one of those cigars?
I do. Here.
Oh,
I give him a fine cigar.
wow, that's so nice.
How gentlemanly. The two of you walk down the tracks, puffing your cigars. In the distance, you see the light of a torch coming towards you. And before long, the two groups reconnect. Mariposa and Archie with their gaggle of henchmen, and Emery and Billy. When Emery and Archie see each other, what do they say or do?
What the hell?
Freeze.
Archibald? Is that you?
It is I.
Oh my God. You look just like Mom.
How dare you?
It's been so long.
It's been not long enough.
I go and I give Archie a hug.
He's not reading the room very well.
No, not at all.
Get over here, you little loser.
Archie kind of wilts a little. Like, he's just kind of used to this. It's taken him back right to his childhood. And he just begrudgingly accepts the hug. And just mutters under his breath, "This son of a bitch." You look like Mom.
What have you been up to this whole time? Are these your friends? Who are they? How do you guys know Archibald?
They're my friends. Let me be clear.
Mariposa just kind of shrugs at that. I mean, I'm not your friend.
Their names are not important.
Clearly.
I want us to keep walking.
Yeah,
while we
you're
do
still
this.
you're still walking.
Okay,
You're still
great.
following the train, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll just walk right past the caboose.
Wait, yeah. So I'm confused. Billy and I walked down the track deeper into the tunnel and met up
to meet
with
up with us.
you, and then now we're doubling back. We're going back towards the caboose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet, cool, thanks.
Can we see any kind of end to this tunnel?
The further along you go, yes, you start to see daylight in
So
the distance.
past this caboose that's been left, it's
Yeah.
still further away.
You can see the silhouettes of the two engineers hoofing it ahead of you.
Trying to push it.
No, they're just jogging their way out.
Oh, okay. Emery, I got questions.
And I got answers.
What the hell were you doing on that train?
Oh, that's a long story. For a long time, I used to be an embalmer in a mining town, but business died out. So then I
Wait.
got into selling doors. Specialty handcrafted doors, the ones that swing open, or sometimes you want an iron bar. I got really into it. I got really good. But yeah, I got out of that. And then I got into the quality control for cobblestone roads. And I was doing that up until the road makers rioted and I ran away. And then the law assumed that I had something to do with the riot and that I was the one that caused the cobblestone problems. So I got arrested, and I've managed to get myself unarrested, and that's how I met this guy. I gave him a cigar.
So you're a wanted man?
Yeah, I'm wanted dead.
Dead? Oh no, what are you wanted for exactly?
Yeah, I'm a gambler and a cheat. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but I'm wanted for unoriginal arson. That happened in between all those other things.
What made it so unoriginal?
I was accused of being a copycat. I didn't know there was somebody else doing the same thing. I never heard of this guy.
They couldn't just call it inspiration.
That's what I'm saying.
Inspired arson. Yeah.
It's unfair, I say. The law, they don't know what they're talking about.
No, they don't. Well, we're both wanted dead.
I'm going to whisper to Archie, just real quick.
Yeah.
Who's this guy?
And while they're whispering, Billy's gonna whisper to Emery and say, her name is Mariposa. She probably will never tell you.
You son of a bitch. That's my name to give away.
I like tilt my cigar in my hat and just sort of like,
thank you.
No problem.
This guy here is my brother.
I'm the older Ellsworth.
I see.
He's Mama's favorite.
I mean, if you were a little bit better at your chores, you'd be Mama's favorite too. But I always had to finish what you started.
Now, boys, don't fight.
Well, I guess good to have you, Emery. Can you help carry this body? And I fucking shoulder, what's his name? McCarty, yeah, onto him.
Here's the strong one.
Yeah, you.
I just got shot.
Yeah, you got shot. We all got shot, brother.
Are you married to Archibald? Is that why you called me brother just now? Is this your wife?
Hell no.
I'm going to just walk away now.
And about this point, you emerge from the tunnel to another point of the desert. Ahead of you, the train tracks wind through the hills of the sandy desert, these large cactuses, those big saguaro style, the really huge cactuses with the arms, tower all over these hills. You see in the near distance what looks to be like a one-building train station with a little dirt road winding away from it. The train, however, has barreled right past and has gone further on. And in the distance, you see a large red mountain. And atop of it, the glint of glass. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks for listening to The House of Bob. You can help the podcast by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and by following us at The House of Bob on your favorite social media platform. You could also join us on Discord, come chat about the show or other games, and most of all, you can support us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/thehouseofbob, where you'll get access to exclusive actual play campaigns, director's commentary, RPG articles, zines, and more. All the links are in the show notes. This show is made possible by all of our patrons, so thank you very much for your support. Frontier Bobs is an independent production by the House of Bob and is not affiliated with the Den of Druids. We're using the game rules as published under the Frontier Scum third-party license. Art for this campaign is by Shaun Makes. Audio production is by Astronomic Audio. And music is by Duke Albert, John Julius, Mike Hammock, and Schubert. Thanks again for listening, and roll on.
Yeehaw!
yeehaw!
Yippee-ki-yay!
Suddenly, the Fardar...
Fardar.
Dar.
Suddenly,
Is that the NPC's name?
yes.
Yeah, Fardar.
Ace Killer. Good job.
Okay.
Trevor.
We are brothers.
Brothers, yeah. I was about to say the same thing.
We're on Ace Killers. Check us out.
Brothers.
Once an Ellsworth, always an Ellsworth.
From behind you, Mariposa, you hear a grunt of pain as someone punches Mariposa in the stomach.
I hear a grunt of pain when someone punches me.
Sorry. Oh my gosh. No, you hear from Spain when
own
someone
map.
punches Beatrice.
I see. They punched me so hard they went, ugh.
Yeah, and it made you throw your voice.
Yeah. No.
You know what's really funny is that I have written here banana, and I don't know why.
Mariposa
Throw it under
pulls
his
out a
feet.
banana.
Yeah.
Both Archie, or sorry, not Archie. These names. Oh my God. From
the
Emery,
handsome brother.
right? And everybody's an E sound.
Mine's not.
Emery, Archie, Billy. Emery, your can of beans shatters on his dick.
Guys, I stepped away for like 5 seconds to get water.
This is what you get for doing
No
that.
contact. What is happening?
Rule in terms of the rules.
Oh.
Cristina made a called shot to hit McCarty in the balls.
Okay.
She's using her can of beans,
Called shot, right?
and because
Makes sense.
it's such a sensitive area, I said she could roll a d6 for damage. Instead, she rolled max,
Right.
which
And I
when you're
assume
using
that's
it- when-
exploding, so I'm
when you're
rolling.
using, no, it's not exploding.
Yeah.
There's
But
just
when you
beans
roll
everywhere.
when you roll maximum damage on an improvised
Uh-huh.
weapon, the weapon breaks.
Yeah. So
Right.
that exploded. The beans are everywhere.
Beans are
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, you're
Wow.
making your
He
own
took-
chili.
This campaign. Take a couple of those lines out of context, and wow.
This is
I
how
feel
you
like
get
that's-
good titles.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's
that's
no
got to be
kidding.
every game we play.
Alex
though, right?
is going to be very happy.
Oh, yeah. I failed punching like an already unconscious guy.
Well, he's not. No, he's not unconscious. He's not unconscious.
Okay.
I think he just gets beans ricocheted all over him. And
Right into
Frag-
your eyes.
yeah, like metal fragments.
Yeah, I
from
tried
the
to punch him in
can.
the dick, but I found a metal can instead.
Your knuckles are just full of metal shards. You should make it something about smoking a cigar. Like whenever you got a cigar lit, you just get advantage.
Oh, I have 4 cigars. Well, I have 3 now. Well, I have
Yeah,
3
they're-
pocket cigars. So like, I like that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
actually a
they're
really cool
expensive,
idea.
so-
Yeah.
But that's the thriving chaos.
Like-
is whenever I light a cigar, I have advantage or whatever.
Marlboro Man.
Marble.
Oh, that's good.
Smoking's cool.
A fine cigar.
Smoking's cool.
It is.
I really like that one.
I'm updating
You should start
the-
smoking, kids. is what it's
Yeah.
called.
You heard it here from
Smoking's cool.
Keeps you cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah.
Just like Emery.
I sheath my knife in the can of beans.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Christina, I wrote down that you have the leather satchel with first aid supplies.
Oh, weird. I don't know why.
Or wait, no, sorry. I wrote down that I have it, but it's yours. Never
Oh, I
mind.
see. That makes more sense.
Yeah, it
I'm
does.
just holding it for you.
Yeah, I'm just
you guys
holding
need
it for
this?
Oh, we just established that Emery can read.
Yeah. I'm so impressed.
How about you, Emery? Archie?
I'm Emery.
You're Emery. You're still as dumb as ever.
I'm gonna whisper.
Actually, unfortunately, you're the smart one.
The really huge cactuses with the arms, like tower all over these hills.
like that.
Yeah, like that. You
As-
see,
Listeners, I'm going like that.
Yeah, like that.
No, that's just going
you guys see that?
like that.
Going like
I'll
that.
do it too.
Like that?
Yeah, exactly like that, Trevor. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm
Bro,
doing
they're the
like a football
They're
sign.
the cactuses with the football arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the field goal posts.
Yeah, football arm. Yeah. Field goal. Yeah, field goal.